The 1979 $1 coin of the United States, often referred to as the Susan B. Anthony dollar, marked a historic change in American coinage. This was the first time a U.S. circulating coin carried the portrait of a real American woman. The obverse side of the coin features the portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a famous leader in the women's suffrage movement who fought tirelessly for women's right to vote in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Her strong profile faces right, with the word liberty inscribed above her head and the date 1979 at the bottom. The national motto, "In God We Trust," is also visible to the right side of her portrait. Surrounding Anthony's portrait are 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies of the United States. On the reverse side of the coin is the striking design borrowed from the earlier Eisenhower dollar. It depicts a bald eagle landing on the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch in its talons, a design inspired by the Apollo 11 moon landing insignia. Above the eagle are the words United States of America and E pluribus unum, while the denomination $1 is seen below. Around the reverse are additional stars, adding to the patriotic feel of the design. This iconic artwork symbolizes peace, strength, and America's accomplishments in space exploration. The 1979 $D coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and the D Mint mark can be found just to the left of Susan B. Anthony's shoulder on the obverse side. Denver was one of the three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, that produced the $1,979. The Denver Mint produced a very large number of coins in 1979, over 288 million pieces, making it one of the most common issues in the Susan B. Anthony dollar series. Because of such a high mintage, most 1979 D coins are considered common, especially in circulated condition. The coin itself is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs 8.1 grams, has a 26.5 millimeters diameter, and features a reeded edge. Unlike silver dollars of earlier years, such as the Morgan or Peace dollars, this coin does not contain silver, which affects its collectible and bullion value. The coin was intended to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar, but its size was very close to that of the quarter, which caused confusion among the public and led to its limited popularity. In terms of value, the 1979 D coin in normal circulated condition is generally worth $1 to $1.25, basically its face value with a small premium for collectors. Uncirculated examples, however, can carry more value. In mint state, MS grades, the coin typically ranges from $3 to $10, depending on quality and luster. High-grade examples certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC, especially in MS66 or MS67, can be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching $100 to $300 at auction. Proof-like or specially struck errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors, can also fetch high values ranging from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on rarity. The market value today, 2025, remains modest for most 1979 D coins due to the high mintage. Collectors often seek this coin as a historical piece, the first year of issue in the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, but because so many were minted and saved, they are easy to find. The true premium exists only for rare errors or very high-grade specimens with exceptional eye appeal. Still, this coin remains significant as it represents an important milestone in U.S. history, both for honoring a woman on a circulating coin and for its connection to modern coinage design. In conclusion, the 1979 D1 coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it may not make most collectors rich in its common form, it holds strong historical value and cultural significance. It represents progress in women's recognition, America's pride in space exploration, and a shift in coinage size and design. For collectors, it's a great entry-level coin with the potential of high value if one comes across a rare error or superb gem condition piece. If we look at the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar from a historical perspective, it stands as a turning point in U.S. coinage. Before 1979, most American coins carried portraits of past presidents, founding fathers, or symbolic figures like liberty. But in this case, the U.S. Mint decided to honor a real woman, Susan B. Anthony, who was one of the most important figures in the fight for women's suffrage. This decision was groundbreaking because it was the first time that a circulating U.S. coin featured a female leader who was not a mythical or allegorical representation. For collectors, that alone gives the coin strong cultural and symbolic importance. It reminds people that coins are not only money, but also pieces of history that carry national values and stories. When the Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979, the U.S. Mint expected it to become widely accepted by the public. The earlier Eisenhower dollar, minted from 1971 to 1978, was very large and heavy, which made it impractical for daily transactions. The new dollar coin was smaller, lighter, and closer in size to other common coins. However, this good intention led to a serious problem. The coin's size and color were very similar to the Washington quarter, and because both were made of copper-nickel-clad composition, the public often confused one for the other. This confusion caused the coin to fail in circulation, and as a result, people did not use it as much as the government had hoped. By the early 1980s, production was scaled back significantly, and the Anthony dollar series eventually ended in 1981, though it was briefly revived in 1999. From a collector's standpoint, the 1979 D dollar is considered a common coin because of its high mintage of over 288 million pieces. But being the first year of issue, it holds a special place in the Susan B. Anthony series. Most coins you find today in circulation are worth just their face value of $1. However, condition plays a huge role in numismatics. Coins are graded using the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor P1 to mint state MS70. A typical circulated 1979 D dollar is worth around $1 to $1.25, but uncirculated examples in higher grades can sell for much more. In mint state condition, a 1979 D can fetch anywhere from $3 to $10. If graded MS65 or higher, the value increases significantly. For example, an MS66 specimen might sell for $50 to $100, while MS67 examples are much rarer and can bring several $100s at auctions. The reason high grades are so valuable is that most coins were heavily used in commerce, so finding one in pristine, nearly perfect condition is difficult. Collectors who specialize in modern U.S. coins pay premiums for such high-grade survivors. Another fascinating area is error coins and varieties. Like all mass-produced objects, coins sometimes have minting mistakes. A few 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollars are known with off-center strikes, double dies, and wrong planchet errors. For example, a coin accidentally struck on a smaller planchet like a nickel or on a blank intended for a foreign coin can be extremely rare and valuable. Such error pieces can range from hundreds to even thousands of dollars depending on their uniqueness and demand among collectors. As for the future value outlook, while the majority of 1979 D dollars will likely remain close to face value due to their massive supply, the best opportunities for investment lie in top-grade coins or unusual error varieties. Over time, as more collectors focus on assembling complete sets of modern U.S. coinage, the demand for high-quality examples is likely to grow. Since the Susan B. Anthony dollar series was relatively short-lived, 1979 to 1981, then 1999, a full set is achievable, which makes it attractive to new collectors. The 1979 D is a key starting point in that set. In summary, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a coin with modest face value but deep historical meaning. It tells the story of America's attempt to modernize coinage, the struggles of introducing a new denomination, and the importance of honoring a woman who shaped U.S. history. For collectors, it may not be rare, but in high grades or with unique minting errors, it has the potential to be both valuable and significant. Above all, it remains a coin that connects culture, history, and currency in a unique way.